Considering we just learned about Preston's secret wealth, I mean, we knew he was well off. Even going back to like season 2, 3, we knew he was well off based off, him dropping 3 months of rent for Danny's apartment without any questions, saying that, he'll take care of her, this, that, and the third. So we knew the man had some money. We just didn't know how much. But learning now that $3 million to him is not a lot of money. I think it was in that video I did about like, what is Preston's net worth? And I'm like, okay, if 3 million is nothing to him, he probably is at least 15 plus million, in terms of what he has. But I think that it is very interesting that all of the women, including Fatima, have dealt with men who are multi-millionaires. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm just going to do a short list here. With Sabrina, it was obviously bio, a prince. Maurice and Sabrina saw his money in the bank. And keep in mind, that's probably not even all of his money. He possibly has different accounts at different banks and all from his various businesses, not just the restaurant. So it's quite possible he is really, really, really loaded. Calvin wasn't broke. Well, okay. Even though it was only mentioned like once or twice, we know that he owned a construction company. He was financially well off, but when one of his two dads passed away, he gave a chunk of his money to his remaining father to go retire in Florida. And due to, that making a serious dent in his bank account, he needed to move in with Maurice. So, yeah, that kind of takes Calvin off the board there. Jacoby worked at the bank. Rich has his own restaurant, but yeah, in terms of a person who's super rich, it's definitely bio. So Sabrina, she had the bag but fumbled it because I didn't like the way you talked to my friend Maurice. When it comes to Karen, Zach was broke. Well, yeah, he wasn't making much to anything substantial at the airport. So while he was with Karen, he was kind of a bum. It wasn't until after the fact when he came into some money. So I don't really count Zach in terms of Karen. But Aaron has money. We don't know exactly how much, but we know he's pretty well off, so I don't think I would put him in millionaire status, though. I think he's probably like a six-figure kind of guy. I mean, I'll leave it at that. But then again, he the way he kept saying, like, hey, I'll help paying for the salon if you need repairs and this, that, and the third, and I'll take care of this baby or whatever, or I'll step up and take care of both babies. I think it's debatable. He might have 7 figures. I could be wrong, but for now, I'll just say he's in the upper, threshold of the 100,000s club. When it comes to, I was going to mention, what's his name, Trey, because remember how we speculated that, oh, he might be like the owner of the delivery company or something like that, and he went to college. But for now, I guess it's just safe to assume, he went to college. He's a delivery boy, and that's it. So I wouldn't put him, in that category either. Then you look at Andy, and I mean, aside from Paris, the janitor, it seems like everybody she's, interacted with, whether it be Gary is a retired professional athlete who's a hedge fund manager, and, he has a crap ton of money. Some gotten through ill-gotten gains leading to his legal issues, but he's still multimillionaire. Robin, freaking rich, private jet, this, that, and the third. Jordan, it was mentioned he was a professional. Yeah. Didn't Tony and Rich mention that, yeah, prior to getting married, his head was in the game, but then when he got married, it messed him up, so he kind of like stepped back from that, and now he's into politics, so he has money, but I don't think he's Gary or Robin rich, but he's still well off. I'll believe it at that. Which really makes it really bad that, that she went for somebody like Paris, given her quote unquote materialistic nature that she does not admit to. So that's what Karen, Danny, not Danny, Sabrina, Andy, Karen. Now Fatima, she never got with Zach for the money. Remember, he had nothing nothing but the shirt on his back when they first met. It's just so happened that he came up now, but even so, Fatima said, even though you're in the red, I can hold you down, implying that she has more money than him. So I'll leave it at that. But she did mention in season 5 that there was a billionaire that was her ex or something. So, I mean, yeah, she had a billionaire at one time. And that just lets us know that she has plenty of men of access if she wanted to get to them. So I'll leave it at that. And then finally, we have Danny, who, well, was used to just sleep around with anybody. El Fuego, not a millionaire. I don't really watch All the Queen's Men like that, so I don't know if he came up or something. But the dude, the bartender at the gay bar, no. Jonah, no. Tony is VP of the airport, but even he mentions, like, between having an ex-wife and 2 kids and whatnot, money's kind of tight with him. But he has money, but he's not rich. Because remember, he was having that conversation with Rich about, stepping up if he wants to be Sabrina's man by having her baby. And, your restaurant's doing well. She's doing well at the bank. So you have money enough to, start a family. And then you have Preston, of course, but she didn't know about his wealth and then fumbled it because she really didn't know what she wanted. And as a result, threw away a good, wealthy man unbeknownst to her. So I think it's kind of funny that when you really think about it in retrospect, all these women either have or had men with millions of dollars and screwed it up one way or another. Now, to be fair, some of these men weren't right for them, but more often than not, I feel like, I don't know if Tyler is writing it where these women have men with all this money, yet they'll still backtrack to what they quote unquote want, whether it's a man that's no good for them, a man that doesn't have a lot. Could this be tying into Tyler's viral statement from Keep It Positive, Sweetie, about black women and kind of quote unquote lowering their standards, like going for the dude who might not have as much as you, but can at least help by putting some money on the light bill or something? I don't know, but let me know if there's a message in this, or these women just fumble the bag and then cry and complain about men ain't being crap, even though they're not necessarily prizes themselves. So like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.